We have a microphone. Wonderful. Okay, and syncing. Hi, it's been a minute. So if this is your first time seeing this weird ass face, my name is Whitney and I run a little shop on the internet called Smoking Glue Guns. I make and sell weird, nerdy, artsy, crafty nonsense. But specifically today, we are going to be making some soap. It's been a minute since I made soap on this channel. The last time I did it, it was well, it was interesting. We're gonna make some soap inspired by one of my favorite animated TV shows, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I know it's been a minute. I kind of went and did a bunch of random nonsense. I had MegaCon. There'll be a video for that at some point. I was at Atomicon. I got to hang out with editor Josh for a bit. I'm sure he's got video and footage aplenty. Ooh, I did one other thing. Hold on. I made a lightsaber. Besides all of that, I've missed hanging out with you guys. If you enjoy this video and you want to support my channel, consider joining my Patreon. Tiers start at just $3, but if that's not something you can do right now, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button and the bell and all the things down below. Hit all the buttons. All of that is extremely helpful, so without further ado, let's get started. We are making some soap inspired by She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, and yes, I'm going to talk a lot about how much I love this show while we make these soaps, but for starters, we are using the same 5-oil blend that I use in all my soaps as popularized by Katie Carson of Royalty Soaps. The Adora soap is going to be sort of like an in-the-pot swirl situation. I am using white oxide mixed with a little bit of Here Comes the Bride, just because I wanted a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to be using some Golden Buddha and Key West Blue. I also scented Adora with a fragrance oil called Water Lily Fresh Mint, which is really, really pretty smelling. It's got like bergamot and orange and lime and like all kinds of just really, it's just a florally, like fresh minty scent. It's really, really good. I feel like I just vomited so many words so very quickly. And for catra, I wanted something that would sort of counterbalance the Water Lily Fresh Mint, so we had opted for going for an orange clove. It's a fragrance oil I really like. I used it back in the fall when I made some soaps inspired by the Sanderson sisters. Fun facts, those will be coming back this year. But it's orange and nutmeg and cinnamon and clove. It's sweet, but you know, just a little bit of spice because catra's a little spicy. The other thing you have to remember with orange clove fragrance oil though is it does make your batter look a little orangey. So when you mix it in, I always have like a mini panic attack. They're like, oh no, this is not gonna be the color that I want it to be. And for catra, we are using a simple layered design. We're gonna be using some Trial by Fire by Nurture soap mixed with one of my favorite reds, spicy red tomato from Micahs. That way you still get the nice strong red, but you know, there's a little sparkle because again, catra does deserve sparkles too. And some Black Oxide and Wicked by Micahs. I will also like happily sing the praises of Micahs. Fun facts, if you check out down in the description, there's an affiliate link for Micahs. I will happily champion them because I actively use their product and pay them money for it. But if you want to help support what I do and this channel, click the affiliate link. And their stuff works in resins too, because I use it in my resin projects and in my soap projects. It's amazing, and there's so many colors. I think I mixed these by hand because it was starting to get a little thick on me. Adora's soap played nice the entire time. Figures. Catra soap was difficult and Adora's was very, very nice. For the in the pot swirl, what I basically did was take the big bucket of white and then I poured the blue on one side and the gold on the other side and then poured that into the mold. And I've done this once or twice before. You end up with a really cool design that sort of spirals up the sides, but you get all of that color and it just looks cool. And I just thought it would be a cool way to do Adora. Tap the bar down and poured a little bit of my leftover colors on top so I could do like a nice pretty little figure 8 swirl. Because even though we're putting an embed on top of this one too, I like swirling the colors. That's really all it is. It's pretty and I like the pretty. I soap a lot in like the middle of the night when everyone in my house is asleep. So I just go into like a soap making fugue state. I feel like I'm Walter White in the middle of like the desert, but instead I've just decided to Tyler Durden all over my parents' kitchen. It's fine. We're fine here. Layers are the bane of my existence because you have to be patient and I'm not good at that. I'm just not. Luckily, orange clove does like to accelerate a little bit on me. So I was able to set the red, let it get all happy, mix up the black, and I didn't have to wait super long before I could use my spatula and just sort of ladle it on top. Was it a perfect layer? No. Is it one of the better layers I've done? Abso-freaking-lutely. Now, we did dust each of these in their own glitters. Adora got Into the Mystic by Micahs, which again is a eco-friendly, biodegradable, holographic glitter. Don't remember what glitter I used for catra. Genuinely. Oh, I think it was Sparkle Me Gold. It would make sense for it to be Sparkle Me Gold. Also for Adora, I ended up reaching out to a fellow small business owner of mine, Sin's Virtues. She makes these awesome She-Ra and the Princesses of Power inspired earrings, and I asked her if she could make me a mold so I could make soaps using that same soap mold. So on the top of all of the Adora bars, I have 2 variations of her sword of protection from the show. You have the one from the beginning of the show, and then you have the one that she wields in season 5? I think it's season 5. Hey, if you could please put in a picture of like each of the swords, that'd be nice so I feel slightly less crazy, but I'm asking nicely.
You just want me to stop calling you out in videos?
Yes, I absolutely do. Now for Catra, I got the embed from the same place, Sin's Virtues, who is a wonderful person. I will leave a link to her down in the description. Words are hard. I'll leave a link to her shop down in the description. She basically made me like Catra's helmet that she wears. I thought it turned out really, really cute. Once both of the soaps are finished, I need to set them in a place where they'll maintain heat. In 18 to 24 hours, we will come back and we will cut the bars. We'll look at the insides, and then you guys can see what I've already seen because the insides look cool. They look really good. You have to watch the end, and then you can see the insides. Now I get to slice the bars of soap. Honestly, slicing since I got my new soap slicer at the end of 2021 has been so much fun. It's so much easier to slice on a multi-bar cutter than it was before, and I also get a more consistent, even product for you guys. I do get a little stressed out when I use embeds with the multi-bar slicer because like you just have to make sure that everything is placed just so, otherwise it can turn into a whole to-do. This one isn't super enthralling on the inside. It's just a nice like split bar, red on the bottom, black on the top with the embed on top. It's got like, looking at it now in hindsight, it does low-key have like Scarlet Witch Wanda vibes, and I'm here for that energy too. Since I cut the red and black bar first, I needed to make sure I wiped off all the wires because again, Adora's bar is white, and if I cut a white bar after cutting a red bar, I'm gonna drag red right through the white bar and it's not gonna look good. Adora's bar definitely has a little bit more of an interesting look on the inside. You've got that really gorgeous gold on the one side, blue on the other, and it's really good. I loved it quite a bit. The last step that you have to do once slicing these bars is done is bevel the sides. This is purely an aesthetic thing for me. I like beveling sides because I think it gives me a nice, clean, professional look, but I do save all of those soap shavings. As you can see, I mush them all into little balls and then throw them into a plastic baggie full of gold mica powder, shake them around. And then once I have enough of those, I make little galaxy soaps, which I'm actually going to be doing soon because I have quite a few, as you can see, quite a few of those. That's how I made it. Let's cut to future Whitney, who's going to show you the completed bars. So before I show you the final soap, I have them. They're right here. A couple of points of order. We're switching to a bi-weekly schedule, mostly because I am exhausted and editor is exhausted, and we figured it'd be a little easier to provide you guys with really good videos twice a month as opposed to every single week. And then as we get ahead, because we're going to still be working on stuff, maybe we'll switch back in at a later date. We'll keep you updated. I promise you, the goal is not to vanish for a month again. That was not in the plan. But without further ado, Shira soap. Look at it. Look at it. Look at how cute and adorable and pretty it is. The Catra bar is honestly probably my favorite of the two, purely because of the scent. I love orange clove. It's a wonderful fragrance oil and it smells freaking dope. Fun facts, if you want to suggest ideas for soap fragrances, I do bounce them around a lot in my Patreon. I usually be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? It's actually a chance for you to like talk back and chit chat and stuff with me. That's the first place I check for comments. Speaking of, these two bars of soap will actually be in the shop update this Sunday. We are switching to monthly shop updates, and this Sunday, there's a ton of new stuff, new dice. There's like a whole lot. If you join the Patreon, fun facts, they get access 3 days early, the Thursday before the shop update at like 10 a.m. It all goes live for them. Another reason to check out Patreon. And patrons, thank you for hanging out and supporting. You guys are wonderful. I could not do this without you. Thank you for putting up and tolerating with my chaos. Y'all are great. That's all for now. I will see you guys in the next one. See you later, glue sticks. Mwah.